Hey guys, good Friday afternoon. I mean, it's not Good Friday, but it's just a Friday. On the left there, you can see the cherry blossoms. Yeah, that's what's left of them. They're no longer white. They're kind of pinkish, but not really. The weather came pretty fast and furious. These did not last very long this year. Hey guys, it is a boring Friday. I mean, boring. There is not much going on. Trump's out of town. Congress is out of town. They're not even shooting people right now. No fires. All I can think of is eating. So we're going to go up to an Italian deli. And I normally go to A Laterri over at Union Market. But today we're going to go to Melardo's, which is up on Capitol Hill. It's been around for like 70 years. I haven't eaten there in a while. So let's go get an Italian sub for lunch. And who knows, maybe the city will erupt in chaos. Maybe not. Okay, we're up on Capitol Hill. We're actually going uphill, passing the Capitol building itself, which is pretty quiet. No flags up right now. Well, the Senate's in session, technically. I think they got some confirmation hearings. Let's go get this sub. Oh, look at those flowers. Well, the cherry blossoms have kind of all bloomed. Other trees, I believe these might be dogwoods. They're in bloom right now. This is a long stretch on Pennsylvania Avenue. It goes about 6 or 8 blocks of beautiful trees, yeah? Okay guys, we're in the 1300 block of Pennsylvania Avenue Southeast, heading over to the deli. Back in my day when I moved here, we didn't come down to this part of town. It was not considered safe. It was kind of on the edges. That's changed in the last 40 years. Now they got big apartment buildings going up. They got people renovating places. You see that massive townhouse that's sort of stuck in the middle of all those small ones, kind of behind the tree. But it's changing. Still, last year I did I filmed a murder right up here in this intersection. So, still has a hint of its old past. Let's go get our sub. Alright, Melardo and Sons Deli, neighborhood kind of place. Let's see what we can get. This is a mom and pop place. 1953. Yeah, I love everything up here, man. There's DC Transit, DC Fire, Department of Justice. Calvert County, that's where I used to live. Maryland Transportation Authority. Even got the London Metropolitan, NSA, Amtrak Police. Yeah, they got their own police. Airborne, Fairfax, Dallas. District of Columbia Parking Enforcement. Rip that one down. Those guys always tow cars. Pretty cool. Okay, we got our sub. We got a soda. It's actually warm. My hand is like holding it. It's kind of warm. Looking forward to eating this, but can't do it while we're walking. Let's go find a place to sit. Okay, we got to get our sandwich out of here. Oh, it's aluminum foil. Keep it warm. Oh, yeah. Bit of lettuce, mayonnaise, roast beef. Oh, it's soft. It is so soft. All right, let's dig into this roast beef sandwich. It's good. Very good. All right, let's go find some crime. Okay, that sub is and was delicious. We are now, though, going to go exercise and burn off all the weight we just gained. What's this? Heritage Foundation protest. That's what, this weekend, yeah? That's one of the mercenary trucks. Makes its way around the city, highlighting different causes and whatnot. We're out of the National Mall right now. You see the guys are lined up to play frisbee golf over here under the shadow of the Capitol building. And then down the other side, we got the Washington Monument. Lincoln Memorial is about 2 miles away. It looks really close. You come out here on the mall and you're like, hey, we could just walk down to Lincoln Memorial. And then like an hour later, you're like, are we there yet? Such is life. Okay, all the electrics are taken, so we'll just ride a regular bike over to another locker, another dock around the corner, and grab an electric there. Electrics are much more fun than these old manual bikes, which are very heavy and hard to pedal. So it's in the low 70s right now. It's going to drop as the day goes on, probably into the 60s later today. But right now, it's shorts weather because nobody's been in the 70 degrees for like 6 months. So we're outside the Prettyman Courthouse. This is where a lot of the big battles are taking place right now. The lawsuit about the airplanes that didn't get turned back is going on here. Several other major cases going on. I don't know if there's any press set up right now. I'm not sure who's inside. Let's go around the corner and see. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any press gathering out here, so nobody important is coming out. No big lawyers or anything like that we want to get photos of. All right, let's just ride around and see what's going on in the city today. The Capital One Arena, where most of Washington who likes hockey is following Alex Ovechkin's goal of exceeding the goal total of Wayne Gretzky. And he's only like 4 or 5 goals away from knocking off Wayne Gretzky as the top goal scorer. Okay, let's go into Chinatown. So in Chinatown, all the signs by law have to be in English and Chinese. So there's Chipotle, but then you can see it in Chinese characters. And then some other restaurants. Everybody's got their name. There's Xfinity in Chinese. I don't know how they translated a made-up word into Chinese. Guess they just sounded it out. This Chinatown is, oh, there's Fuddruckers. Now, Fuddruckers in Chinese, that's got to be a mouthful. They probably just sort of sounded it out. There's the Chinatown Arch, a gift from Taipei. This Chinatown is heavily connected to Taiwan, not to the mainland Chinese. In fact, a lot of the mainland Chinese diplomats kind of avoid this area. Gonna get hit by a bus. I didn't get hit by a bus. He was thinking about it though. That is a funky mural, to say the least. Now on this side they got the Washington Caps painted onto the pillars of Engine Company 2 and I guess Rescue 1. Alright, let's go back down and let's go check out the White House. We got a fence going up around the White House for the big protest this weekend. Let's go check how they're doing, see if they've got it all locked down yet. For those who are wondering, we're currently at 8th and E. Edward Street, Northwest. Just pulling up on the left, though, is the FBI headquarters for now. There's a lot of talk about the FBI headquarters being moved or not being moved. It's a long battle. But this building is probably recognizable to you from the X-Files, if you ever watched that show. They always showed the outside. The building itself is a mess inside. It is literally falling apart. There's like chunks of concrete that are crumbling and stuff. The building needs to be replaced. Even if they end up staying in DC, they're going to need a new building. But the plan was to move them out, and we thought it was going to be moving to Maryland, but then Trump won, and Trump said he's not moving it. Who knows what's going to happen. All right, let's get around this guy parked in the bike lane. I think I can make this light. It was yellow when I entered the intersection, officer. Okay, we're down at the Willard Hotel, Hotel Washington. This is where we had that bomb scare yesterday, just right over here by that French fry hot dog truck. And this is also where we can see the fence. Yeah, they got the fence up around the Treasury, all the way down here. They go in the whole ellipse. I don't think they're going to do the whole, nah, they're just going to do the main compound. They're not going to do the whole ellipse. But over there on my left, you see the crews securing the fence. Crossover. There we are. Now, right in the bike lane, guys. Locking it down. This is now standard procedure for any major rally in DC. They lock down with an extra anti-scale riot fence all the secure areas. Oh wow, they're going to be coming all the way around to the White House. Can't go that way. All right. Well, drat. Okay. So the photo to get is the photo of them putting the fence up in front of the White House on the South Lawn. Unfortunately, they're right there, and it's going to be like 20 or 30 minutes before they get into position to take that photo. We should go over and check out by the National Christmas tree and see, and then we can get that photo, and that's the only photo that matters when I file it. The White House is fenced up in preparation of protests. Maybe someone will take it, maybe not. I have sold fence folders before. Not a lot, but a few. Oh yeah, they're dropping stuff off here. Maybe we can get a forklift. That would be a good photo too. On the sidewalk. Excuse me. Yeah, there you go, guys. Putting the fence up. Let's get this photo. Oh, whose motorcade is that? 1, 2, 3 Suburbans. Virginia tags, though. Oh, that was government. And the fence guys took a break. So they're not coming in. I'm not going to get that photo. Whatever. I don't care. Let's go do something else. Yeah? Let's go find something else to do. I still need to go get that lens. And it might rain here in a bit, so probably best to get rid of the bike. Let's go up the mall and see if there's anything exciting going on the mall. Okay guys, that's the American Industry Museum. Pretty quiet over there. You have the Department of Agriculture. I always said they should turn that into a museum. Move the Department of Agriculture out to Iowa or Illinois or something like that. Be closer to the farms. And now we're on the National Mall, making our way up on the crushed gravel, which is really bumpy actually. Not that pleasant to ride a bike on. I guess it looks nice, but So that's David's tent. They're taking advantage of a loophole in the law that says if you're protesting 24 hours a day, you can stay on the National Mall 24 hours a day. So they've been protesting, well, not protesting, but having church services 24 hours a day for, well, probably a decade, I guess. Yeah. And they've got this tent set up on the mall, taking advantage of that 24-hour rule. Okay, over there we've got the Smithsonian Castle. That's under renovation right now. You can't really go into it right now. I think maybe part of it's open, but I'm not sure. And that's the Natural History Museum over there. That's all the bugs. That's the dinosaurs and also the gems. That's like one of the most valuable collections in the Smithsonian. The Hope Diamond is in there on the second floor. Definitely check that out. We got a few more blocks to go before we can dock this bike and jump into our car. It looks like it's going to rain, but it hasn't yet. Please respect the turf. No cleats. A message to the kids playing soccer, I guess. Let's go up to the next block. Up here on the left is one of these massive surveillance towers they put in after the January 6th. There are 8 of these temporarily on the mall, but temporary has a way of becoming permanent in Washington. I don't see those things leaving anytime soon. There's a couple more of them along the mall for security. They wanted to put in like 30 of them, but they got away with just 8. Pretty quiet day. People having a picnic, playing frisbee. Over here on the left is the National Gallery of Art. This is the classical art. This is technically not part of the Smithsonian. It's a different legal entity. There's also a bunch of albino squirrels that live here in this grove. You'll see them every now and then when you're walking around. Over there is Air and Space, but only half of it is open, half of it is still under renovation. They spent like $1 billion to renovate the Air and Space Museum. We'll see what it looks like when they finally reopen. They're a little bit late, to be honest. Well, there's a whole slew of trucks up there advertising, I think for that protest rally. Yeah, I kind of remember where I parked my car. I don't really remember. Yeah, we'll figure it out. And back over there is the Museum National Gallery of Art, Modern Art, over there behind there. That's the IMP building. And that's the National American Indian Museum over there, which is also pretty cool. Smithsonian. There's a bike rack. Let's go over there. Okay, guys. Well, guess what? We found a protest because, you know, it's DC. There's always a protest. We're down at the Department of Education, and some college kids from Georgetown, AU, GW are supposed to be having a protest here, right next to the Dwight Eisenhower Memorial. That's the newest memorial. That, by the way, is a representation of Pointe du Hoc. That's how high it was when the Rangers had to climb it at Normandy. They put that up here. That came open during COVID, so I don't hear any chanting yet, but there are some people milling about. A lot of TV guys. Like I said, it's a boring day. We don't have much to film. So, guess we'll have some speakers. So Georgetown, American, Howard, and lots of other schools have come. I think we're gonna have a congressman show up. I'm not sure though.
All backgrounds to learn and achieve their full potential. By making educational spaces more restrictive and unwelcoming, these policies are set to leave lasting, harmful impacts on our generation and those who follow.
They don't know the future of our research funding. They're making student organizations change their constitutions and change their programming out of fear that any commitment to DEI will lose federal funding for our university. They're afraid they're going to have to change the name of courses that they have to offer. So we, as students, have to come out here and spend months planning a rally in an attempt to get the attention of the President of the United States to attack public education. Dr. Bowman remains committed to defending and transforming our schools for the future. I'm proud to introduce Dr. Jamal Bowman.
Hands off! Our school! Hands off! Our school! Hands off! Our school! Hands off! Our school! 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 Let's go, baby! So, Donald Trump doesn't know a damn thing about public education. Elon Musk doesn't know a damn thing about public education. Linda McMahon doesn't know a damn thing about public education. And like my brother with the sign right here, I never liked the WWE anyway.
It's the teachers and every single person who makes our school run.
And when those acts made segregation illegal, they lived through an era where schools were bombed and mobbed for integrating and promoting diversity and integration. Now, America, the same diversity is under attack from forces not too different from the ones that we've seen in the 50s and before. They want us to forget this dark past and the effects of it that remain so they can recreate it today.
Okay, we're gonna duck away from these guys and head over to the Eisenhower Memorial Guildhall Address. That was after World War II ended. We got a statue out here. This is Supreme Allied Commander Eisenhower talking to the men before the D-Day invasion. And then on the other side, we've got President Eisenhower. That was his second inaugural address, I believe. See him standing there. And as I mentioned, up in the background there, that is the exact height of Pointe du Hoc in France on the Normandy coast. U.S. Army Rangers had to climb up this under withering fire from German forces to knock out some artillery guns that could have destroyed the entire D-Day landing fleet. Okay guys, that's a very quiet Friday in Washington, D.C. Tomorrow should be insane. We got a big protest going on. I don't know what's going to happen. They got fences up. Yeah, whatever. We'll try to bring you some of that, but if it gets weird, we'll just go do something else. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.